Well, 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 how time flies. I've now uploaded 100 videos to YouTube. It's taken me about 2 years. And in the last year, we've seen all sorts of cool stuff happen. And I can't wait to tell you all about it. And if you're watching this, you're perhaps on this journey too. So in this video, we're going to talk about the highs, the lows, what I've learned, and most importantly, any tips I picked up that you might be able to utilize too. Let's get into it. So if you missed last year's review of what it's been like as a part-time YouTuber, let me catch you up. Back then, I was on the cusp of getting my first 1,000 subscribers. I'd had my first video blow up in terms of views, and also I had my channel reviewed by one of my favorite creators, Mr. Steph Michalak, who said nice things about me, like this.
I like his framing, I like his light, I like this opening shot, I like his warmth that he has in his face. Mark, you're a very warm-faced man, I like that. I feel like I want to open up to you about my darkest stuff.
Things were definitely looking up. I made a few commitments going into this second year. Firstly, I made a commitment to start posting weekly. This was going to be a big ask, as at the start of my journey, my publishing was all over the place, sometimes every 2 weeks, sometimes once a month. So I knew I was going to have to get my process nailed. And that meant learning how to improve my scripting, my editing, and, well, pretty much everything. I also wanted to try and go for it with the brand deals. I told myself, you make the content, Mark, and they will come. And you know what? They only blooming did. I hit a series of big milestones this year, including working with a handful of brands I'd secretly been hoping to collaborate with this whole time. You can call it manifestation, call it hard work, but in the goal building section of my Notion account, I wrote down a handful of names and I've now collaborated with them all. Oh, and by the way, if you want to have a go with any of those goal planning templates and you use Notion, I made a free set of templates. You can download them at the link in the description. I think my content has actually evolved quite a lot. I've been spending lots more time on crispy B-roll. I've upgraded to posting in 4K, which needed a new computer, as well as a pretty steep course in color grading. And I've invested most of the profits I've made in upgrading my other gear too. I've added some better microphones, some lights, and most recently a rebranding exercise to add a bit more colour to my channel page. The best purchase I've made though, by far and away, is a teleprompter, which saves me memorising big chunks of text and having to look off screen to see my notes, which you'll see I used to do a lot in a lot of my earlier videos. I just started feeling a bit more me in front of the camera too, which is a really nice feeling, and it's interesting, it's taken nearly 2 years to get to that stage. Now in terms of the numbers then, I hit my first 1,000 subscribers in August last year. That had taken me about 1.5 years and about 40 videos to get there from when I started all this, and from there it really has gathered momentum. The next 1,000 subscribers came in just 4 months, and by the end of the 2-year period I picked up over 4,500 subscribers with pretty steady growth and lots of really encouraging feedback. In terms of views though, I'm now at over 1 million views, and as we can see here, the vast majority of those views came in the past 7 to 8 months. I had a number of really popular videos published in that period, which is still doing really well, and with that increase in subscriber numbers and views, there came some really interesting approaches in terms of sponsored deals and affiliate contracts. I think I'm going to go into the details of the finance side of this all in a separate video. If you're interested or curious to have a deep dive around that, just drop a comment below. I would say that although my channel is monetized, I do make some money from YouTube via AdSense revenue. It's not very much. By the way, AdSense is when YouTube split the money that they make from those little ads that they place at the start of a video with the creators whose videos those ads appear on. But most of the money that I make from the channel is actually through sponsored videos and affiliate deals. And as an example, there was a single, almost a 4-minute video I made in this period, which brought in several £1,000s in combined affiliate commission. Now they don't all do this, but I was totally blown away when that happened. It was a bit like the keyboard video from last year that was really popular. I was a little bit lucky in spotting this product on Instagram. I quickly ordered it, and then I was able to film a quick video and review before pretty much anyone else could, partly because it sold out really quickly. Now before I published, I joined their affiliate program, and this made sure that every person who clicked through to order it was trackable, and then I earned a commission for every order. So the company was so happy with the performance that they actually gave me an exclusive code to boost sales on Black Friday, which then gave the video even more views. Really, really interesting this, and of course really difficult to replicate, but I guess this is one of those waves I was lucky to jump on and ride out. Let's talk about some challenges and struggles. So something I'm still struggling with is making the right content for my audience alongside the stuff that I'm really passionate about. So if we look at my analytics, the best performing videos in this period were this iPad video, which was simply a comparison video I had an idea about in the shower one day and kind of wrote itself. There was this iPad accessories video, which again was pretty simple and straightforward to film, a couple of mechanical keyboard videos, and this portable gaming device, which was similar to the charger in that I ended up getting quite early access to it before many other reviewers did. Now, if I take that literally as a form of SEO, that kind of means I should be making videos about iPads, chargers, geeky keyboards, and gaming devices, which would all be cool, but I would like to make some more diverse content that covers all my channel themes. So if you subscribed in the last year, let me know down in the comments, which video do you remember seeing first that led you here? I'd be really curious to know. In terms of other challenges, burnout is a real thing, so much so I made a whole video about it, which is up here, and that's specifically focused on creative burnout. So my main way of coping with that sort of thing is just to take a break. It's amazing what a week or two off will do to your creativity when you're not worrying about churning out the next video. This pressure can step up a gear when you're contracted with brands, as often you'll need to commit to getting a video out on a particular week or date. So my advice would be really gentle with your expectations, and if you're in a relationship with a brand, be careful to manage those expectations in terms of ensuring you've given yourself plenty of time to make the best video you possibly can. So what else? I still spend quite a lot of my time editing, so I'm trying to get that process down a little bit. I've actually just started experimenting with a piece of AI software called Gling, which has been really good for doing a first pass on an edit of an A-roll like this. So you basically pop in your file and it will remove silences, conversational fillers like ums and ahs, and also tries to edit the best take of any of your recordings. I've been really impressed so far, and it definitely does buy back some time that I can then put back into coming with cool ideas and angles for a video. So as I mentioned in the previous video, I try not to obsess about the numbers too much. It's not very helpful, especially this metric, which YouTube seems to think is what creators want to see. It basically compares your latest video with all of your videos to date, and to give you a pretty crude mark out of 10. So as we can see here, my latest video is the worst performing video at this stage of publishing compared to my previous 10 videos. Effectively, this is a flop. And I've had a few of those on the bounce lately based on this metric. In terms of looking after our mental health, stop doing this please, YouTube. I don't care about this number, and I really don't want to see this as the first thing that appears in my studio app. So looking forward then, as I come into year 3 of the digital content game, I'm going to be using some more AI tools to help me, not just with editing. I made a video on Notion AI a little while ago, and that's really helped get content repurposed quickly, whether it's turning my video into a blog post, Twitter thread, titles for YouTube shorts, you name it. It's a real game changer when you're at a creative dead end to help get something out so that you can start shaping it. I've also just been accepted for a YouTube accelerator program. This is a 10-week course which is designed to help with all aspects of running a successful YouTube business. I'm not going to be sharing the content of what we're learning as it's all protected IP, but I will be applying what I learn in real time on the channel. So if you start to spot any significant shifts in the channel, let me know. Finally, if you joined the channel as a subscriber this year, thank you so much for all of your support, especially if you've ever left a comment. Please be assured I do read them all, and whether they're positive, negative, or ambivalent, they are all a huge source of inspiration for me as a creator, and I really appreciate you taking the time. Folks, as always, don't forget to leave a like before you leave, and if you want to see more from me this year, maybe even a cheeky subscribe. See you next time.